All right, it's time to go to another regional. I don't think I've ever had two regionals back to back like this. We were just in Peoria and now we're going to Sacramento. I just packed and our plane takes off in like an hour and a half, so we gotta go. All right, we have made it. I was actually supposed to room with several people. I made like 3 arrangements and they all fell through. So we have this nice room all to ourselves. It's all good. I like some peace and quiet. I like falling asleep when I want. But oh my God, this was expensive. I'm not doing this again. It's almost midnight here and I feel like it's 2 in the morning because I'm coming from Central. So needless to say, I am whooped. I actually did submit my deck list already when the plane landed. Now I'm just gonna go and make sure every single card in my deck is correct. We're actually playing a different version of Chien-Pao. So I've been like a huge, I guess, advocate against Pokestop because I've been like, oh, there's better cards and Pokestop. I don't really like the, indeterministic nature of it. We are on Pokestop for Sacramento Regionals. I really like the version my friend Chris has made. He actually got top 32 of Peoria with it. And I was kind of asking him like, oh, do you Pokestop first? Do you wait? And he's like, nah, he's just like full send. He's like foot on the gas, no brakes, just Pokestop and Rotom V, get all the cards in your hand, get as many cards in your hand as you can. So that's the strategy of this build, I guess. I tested Rotom before Peoria, it seemed pretty good. And ever since I channeled my inner Chris, I've been doing a lot better. All right, so as you can see, I got the whole deck laid out. I have every card, I'm pretty sure all the arts are it as well. So yeah, your strategy into like Lost Box and Guardy, I guess, is just beat them before they can do anything. Like, I guess you just cross-switch your Cologne their mana and then just go to town with Greninja. It sounds like so much fun. I don't think Chris dropped a game or he didn't drop a series to Guardy for sure. And this just has such a better Lost Box matchup, I think, than my like Lost City version. The changes that I made from Chris's were, again, I put in the Lumineon V, so this is kind of the flex slot that we're swapping for the Mew. And the reason I put the Lumineon V in instead of, I was actually thinking of either a Cynthia's Ambition or a Pokegear. Pokegear being another Pokestop target you can hit to grab Irida or Arven. But the reason I like Lumineon is, number one, because it increases the number of Irida odds. It almost doubles it. So you have 3 Irida and obviously 1 Arven. With the 2 Ultra Ball and the 1 Lumineon, you are increasing the supporter odds from just having it in your hand from 5 to 8, which is like massive. Like a lot of times I'll have like an Ultra Ball in my opening hand. I'll just get a Frigibax going second and then pass. Like that just doesn't feel good. I would just rather get Lumineon, Irida, get my stuff. It's also a 4 Seal Stone target, which I like about it because you don't get Rotom V out every single game. And if you don't get out turn 1, it's like, yeah, you could Nest Ball for it. I would just rather bench a Lumineon and use that, get extra value, get another Irida, or get the Arven, so I'm able to get something like a double cross switcher. 1 Iono probably would also be decent, but you just don't want the game to last that long. You're just rolling them. You're taking so many prizes. Would you want to Iono yourself to 2 on turn 3? I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I kept his Lost Vacuum in. I tried a game without it and realized I instantly folded Tina without it. So I don't know if I care that much, but like, again, it's just 1 card, provides so much value. You can hit off a stop. Again, you can knock stop off to prevent them from using it. Like if they're Lost Box, you don't want them to have it. So yeah, hopefully this will do well tomorrow. Again, I haven't really tested much, but we're just going to see how it goes. Also never been to Sacramento, so this is awesome. Get to explore a new city. I have been to Peoria and Pittsburgh before, so this is like the first new city that I've been to for regionals, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm going to try to get some sleep and show up on time. I still got to check in, obviously, as I just got here, and it's like midnight. So yeah, good night, and see you all tomorrow. Rise and shine, everybody. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Venue opens at 8. It's like a 20-minute walk, but I think we're still just gonna walk there. There's actually a lot of like local coffee places like on the way there. So we'll see if we can hit one of those. Also, I don't know if it's because it's a Hilton or I'm by myself or I went to sleep so late, but that was like the best pre-regional sleep I've had in my entire life. I think I only slept for what, 6.5 hours, but oh my God, I feel refreshed. So hopefully that means great things for today. Lots of wins, lots of big wins. We're still going with Chien-Pao, and hopefully we can get there today.
hopefully we can at least go 7-X. I just wanna roll. I just wanna rock and roll. Most importantly, I wanna do super well at day 2 this time, or at least improve. We got to day 2 in Peoria, but I think we can do more. And I think because I'm finally playing the correct stadium in Chien-Pao, maybe I can actually get there. I think I've been nerfed by my deck. I don't know, what do you think? We're just gonna have to see. It's kind of nice out. It's like 60. We're vibing. I don't know where to go, so let's find that out first. Looks like we go this way, right? Yeah, it's this way. Yeah. Look at that sky. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Bro, do not tell me there is a line wrapping around the entire thing. I am not waiting in this, but like, oh my God. All right, so on my trek to, I guess, get in this line, he told me that there's another line to check in. So I guess we're going all the way around the building. And then we're coming all the way back around the line to check in. So, fun times. All right, so round 1 has concluded. I got a race sleeve because I think I emptied my bag before the trip and forgot to put back the extra sleeves. So I have to re-sleeve my whole deck because if one rips, we're done so. So round 1 was against Gardevoir. This deck is disgusting. He didn't see a Guardy all game. I just absolutely didn't let him. He got Manaphy both games, both turn 2s going second. I got the cross switcher canceling Cologne, killing game 1. I killed Manaphy and his only Ralts, and then game 1 I killed Ralts and Mew after Cologne Manaphy, and then game 2 I just killed Manaphy Kirlia. Hit a Zacian in the act of doing damage. He got a DPL because he just like took 3 prizes off of killing the Chien-Pao. So I was just like, I'll just kill the Zacian and win, I guess. But yeah, he had just no Guardies, no nothing. Wasn't drawing any cards. Game 1, he didn't get a Ralts down turn 1. So yeah, currently 1-0 at Sacramento. Let's just hit more Guardies. All right, so end of round 2. That was slightly frustrating. I missequenced that a little bit. I hit Guardy. Game 1, I had like Chien-Pao, I Shivery Chilled, Heavy Balled, failed Attached Pass, and I tried to do everything he could, but he got Mirage Step for triple Kirlia. Just drew into like, I think he drew into 3 Guardies. He drew into like all 3 Guardies. I'm like, bro, if I had this luck, I would be playing Guardy. Like, whenever I play Guardy, I do what my round 1 opponent did. So I lost game 1. Game 2, I hit the cross switcher Cologne and he scooped. And then game 3, so the frustrating part was he went Roar the Sword, attach, like on Zacian, that's like all he could do. I wiped the board of Kirlia's, and yeah, he had nothing else. I ended up getting Greninja off and killing his Kirlia, his draw support. I think he already had used a boss at that point. He established like 1 Kirlia. He hit 3 items off stop. It was like Ultra Ball, Level Ball, Fall Crystal. So he just thins his deck, thins his hand. He grabs a Mew EX, he Ultra Balls, thins his hand, whatever. He only has 1 boss. It's like a 25 card deck. He draws 3 cards and is like boss backs. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit unlucky, but all I need is like 1 Ultra Ball or 1 backs. I have draw for turn, I have conceal cards, and I have Pokestop. Completely with it. And I had enough energies in my hand with a turn prior. I could have attached to have enough energies to actually kill the Zacian. And I don't see boss backs out of the game. Like, I need to like put that in my head that that's a line. Even though the odds, I need to actually compute what the odds of that happening are. So just kind of insane, but also I 100% should have played around it. And then at the end of the game, right after that happened, I end up cross switcher killing his only Kirlia. So he can't draw cards. He's like, draw Iono. And I'm like, but you just played the ball. And he's like, oh, I only have 1 Iono in my discard. It's pretty unlikely. I say, it's not unlikely. You played all your cards. Like, you have no Kirlias. Like, you have 2 more Ionos out of like 30 cards. I mean, the odds one of them in your starting hand, it's not 0, but anyways, he Iono'd me, and it was Irida, Arven, and Baxcalibur. The draw was pointless, so I had the fridge backs down. I needed to establish the rare candy backs
to like get back in the game. So I needed rare candy and I needed SCR because I had no energies in my deck. I also probably should have shuffled in energies off Super Rod, but I wanted to make sure I had backs and fridge backs, and it helped because the turn earlier I got them. I go draw into nothing. I go, okay, I go like, I could either Pokestop or I could Irida and like obviously thin my Chien-Pao. I needed superior energy retrieval and rare candy. So I'm like, it's much more advantageous if I just go for the Pokestop and then try to hit it. I Pokestop away Chien-Pao and my Force Seal, the other one's prize. And I'm like, oh, all three Chien-Pao are in a discard. So I should have went Irida for Chien-Pao SCR and then SCR and then Greninja, and then I would have, I think because he had 40 on the Zacian, I could have went for the knockout on the Zacian, but that's assuming that I hit something off the Pokestop, right? I don't even know if Pokestopping was a misplay. The odds of me hitting the Chien-Pao there was also very low. Anyways, 1-1 going into round 3. Again, kind of sucks because I want to be hitting the Guardies and losing to one feels bad, but we'll see how we do. All right, so round 3, I hit Path Miraidon. My starting hand was so bad, I was thinking about scooping right away. I was like, oh, it was rare candy backs. I started fridge backs, I was like, great, if I had anything else in my hand. Turn 1 was draw Pat. I did nothing turn 1. He couldn't get attack, and then turn 2, I top decked like Nest Ball. I got my stuff, I wrote on instant charge, and it was running Path Miraidon, which is scary. I just always had the bump though, 4 Pokestops in vacuum too good. Just always being able to guarantee it off of ear that was nice, and so I guess I just won game 1 because I got the first knockout, and then game 2 kind of came close. I thought I saw the Rod in my deck, but I saw 2 Rods in the discard because I shuffled the Manaphy because he was going for Zapdos, so I put the Manaphy on the bench. I had 3 SCRs in the discard and 2 Rods and 2 prizes left and like 4 cards in my deck. And I'm like, there is a 33% chance that I royally threw the game because if he got Boss on my Chien-Pao with all the energies, I would have lost. He went Path Iono into SCR and another card. I just drew my card and said I'll just Chien-Pao for games. So 2-0 to Path Miraidon while losing the Guardy. So matchups are a lie anyways, I guess. So I'm really hungry. They're not giving us a lunch break, which is mean, and also the line's really long. So hopefully my next round can end faster so I can eat, please. I'm hungry, I need food. All right, so sorry I didn't get to update you all after, I think, what, round 4. I needed food and I got food and I was eating the food and then the next round was called. I guess let's start with round number 4. I played against, lost Kyogre. I knew it was Kyogre right off the bat because he would like flower select, pass, and like, he seemed confident about it, so I was like, oh, nah, he's on Ogre. So I knew he was playing Ogre. I prized Manaphy actually both of our games, but I was able to get there. I just went even on the prize exchange, making sure that I hold the Super Rod, hold the Nest Ball, so that when he stabilized Manaphy, I'm able to actually just get it back right away, right? Because that is how Kyogre wins. It usually doesn't have that much hand disruption. It usually runs at 1 Roxanne or maybe 2, so I was conscious that the whole game, conscious of the Echoing Horn. He ran a Boss, which threw me off, but it was actually to use Raku to kill my Rotom, and that's an even prize exchange if I can go even with it, which I was able to. I missed Attached Energy, but I was bailed out by my deck, top decking SCR. I say, okay, I have more energy. So I beat him game 1, and then game 2, I think he prized Manaphy also, and I was just able to Greninja, was able to cross switcher the Dragonite that he benched for the Forest Seal Stone. I guess round 4, I 2-0'd Kyogre, which is insane. And then round 5, I played against Miraidon Path again. I keep hitting Path Miraidon, like they're all over. I don't know how popular they are. I haven't seen a ton, except the couple I played against. But yeah, I won the coin flip. So game 1 was pretty straightforward. I instant charge, drew all my cards. And that deck actually needs a lot of setup. It needs to play Arvin. It needs to play Professor's Research to really get going. And it can't really go past Judge without also having a generator or Force Seal Stone for generator in hand. So it's actually way better than I thought. And you're able to get a lot of cards off of Pokestop. I run the Lost Vacuum, which really, really helps. The fact that I have 4 Seal Stone and the Lost Vacuum off of Irida for insurance, and of course just 4 Pokestops, is really, really awesome. So Path never really affected me. I always held 4 Seal Stone up until like the last possible second, and then I would just flip it over and just win. I placed my energies really well, and I ended up 2-0ing the Miraidon as well. He had also like a horrible start game too, so that's not really saying much. But wait, this tournament's running so fast. Like props to the tournament crew and everything like that. This is like, I heard West Coast regionals aren't the best, and this is really like blowing away my expectations. I think I'm already done with round 5. We started kind of late because of security, but it's rolling along pretty smoothly. So I guess I'm 4-1, which is kind of nuts. So there's only 4 more rounds left in the day. I feel like it's going by so fast. I feel like I'm just ripping through my deck with Pokestop. This deck is just able to rip through. I'm having so much fun. I love playing the Rotom and the Pokestops. It's a blast. So yeah, I guess there's only 4 more rounds. We're more than halfway done. Let's just continue this into the future rounds. I'm having so much fun. I mean, this is awesome. Dude, there is actually no way. This deck is like on a different level. It's the Rotom. Like, it is so mind-boggling. It fixes all of the problems of the deck, which is just not. It's ridiculous. I went 2-0 again. Like, I'm 5-1. I've won every single round 2-0 except my one loss, which is 1-2. I played against a mirror. I think I went first. I just went for instant charge. Like, game 2, because normally I would Pokestop, right? But I Ultra Ball away the Pokestop so he doesn't get it in the mirror and just grab Rotom and go instant charge. I say, I'll get the cards, and I'll get more cards than I would have, with playing the Pokestop. He didn't get a back Excalibur either game. I guess just poor variance from his end. So yeah, this deck is absolutely insane. Like, I might have been getting lucky or whatever, but my friend had the same thing happen to him in Peoria. So I'll just keep riding with it. Hopefully we can get, obviously we can get to day 2. That would be amazing. And then even past that, if we could just keep winning. I mean, oh my God. Let's keep the train going and let's try to win some more games. All right, so end of round 7. We didn't quite get there. We played against colorless Lugia. Game 1, I started Lumineon. I had like a Bax. But other than that, the start was just so bad. I think he went like Mew EX, kill both Frigivax. I tried to get him back out, but like, bad start's a bad start. Game 2, he gets out 1 Lugia V. I Rotom V, cross switcher, kill it like immediately. And he just like scoops it up. So then our game 3, yeah, obviously, you know what I mean? Game 3 is always a close one. So we both get a pretty good start. And he keeps gunning down Bax, and I needed like a Bax because I had Rare Candy. I wanted to grab another Pokemon as well. And so I ended up grabbing, I had a water Pokemon and I had to grab an item. So I grabbed Ultra Ball because I was like, he could very well boss kill the Bax, he could very well not. And if he doesn't, then I want to be prepared with Ultra Ball like Lumin, Irida. So I grabbed the Ultra Ball and found myself in a predicament where when he did boss kill the Bax, I like legit did not have enough cards to take 2 prizes. I barely got there with like Pokestop. I played out my entire hand just to Rare Candy Bax to take the knockout. Rare Candy Bax cross switcher. I ended up discarding the 3rd switcher I hit off of the Pokestop in the process. So because I don't run boss, like I go down to 2 and I absolutely needed to take 2 prizes, and because the switcher was gone, he just attacked with Lax, I realized. I probably should have switched up Lugia V because then it prevents him the 2 prize counterattack of my Chien-Pao, but he just goes boss again on the Excalibur, and then I just didn't have any cards in my hand. I go for a Greninja, I'm trying to like trade with 1 prizers, right? And then I'm like, oh, I don't have back, so I just scooped him. Because I'm like, I think I could have Lumineon for Irida and gotten there. So I guess maybe I shouldn't have scooped right away, but my hand was like, I think I needed to discard Lumin for something, but anyways, I guess it's winning ID in time once again. It's like my opponent's first regional, so I'm happy he can at least win. He says he's not IDing, so I hope that he wins the rest of his rounds and gets there. He played everything very optimally, very good player, so let's just hope we can get there next round. All right, so we did get there the last round. I hit Finlynch. He's been on Kyogre for the longest, so I went to that match thinking, all right, Kyogre easy. He flips over a Dunsparce. I'm like, what? So yeah, he was on colorless. Game 1, well, I took the first 2 prizes, and he actually Iono'd me to 2. Like, he thought he had me. I thought he had me. He killed my only Chien-Pao. I didn't actually have out Greninja or Rotom, because I went for double Frigivax because like I was just scared he was gonna boss kill my only guy, obviously, because that's how I lost in previous games. So I got double Frigivax, but no Greninja or Rotom in sight. So he goes Iono. I think it's Arvin and like a VIP pass, and then I top deck SCR, and in my head I'm like, there's no way I can do this. Like, I can't 4-seal stone and like get a V out, because at that point I have Frigibacks in the active Excalibur on the bench. I say I gotta win this turn or else he's killing my Excalibur, and I don't really have any sort of way to replenish my hand, so I need to win this turn. And so what I did is I Arvin for Nest Ball and 4-seal, but I just chucked the 4-seal from my hand. I went, I chucked the 4-seal in the Battle Pass with SCR to get 4, I Nest Balled for Pao, attach retreat, and he actually had killed me with the Weird Ear, so that was were my last 2 prizes to win the game. So it's super interesting line. I'm just like not super used to saying, hey, I have this card in my hand and its only use is just to be in my hand. It's not used as intended, right? Like, I expect to force you onto something to get a bunch of advantage, but in this case I just needed that other card, so Arvin definitely coming in clutch. And then game 2, oh, he didn't start a Lugia, and he went first, didn't start a Lugia. Whenever he put it down, I chased it. I go Cross Switcher, and then he goes bench, I go, get him up here. And I just kept, I think he tried like boss my backs and left the Lugia active pass, so I just top deck an SCR. I mean, I had Irida for it, right? But I killed Lugia after Lugia, so he never got a summoning star off game 2. I at least want to beat top 256, and the best way to do that is to offer the ID next round. So, like, hopefully my next round opponent will be nice, and if they're not nice, then I guess I'll just have to beat them. So, yeah, 6-2 going into round 9 definitely feels good. Yeah, hopefully we can get that ID and have 6 more rounds of Pokemon tomorrow. All right, we got the ID. Let's go. 6-2-1 going into day 2 of Sacramento. I cannot believe Rotom V is in day 2 of a tournament in my deck. It's so beyond crazy. I really want to tweet that I'm playing Rotom in my deck, but I don't want to like reveal that, you know, I'm not playing Bimroll. I asked my opponent after we signed the slip, I was like, what were you playing by chance? And he's like, oh, DTE Mew. And I'm like, that matchup is so bad for me. And I was just like, and then the guys next to me were like, bro, you lucked out. You're like, bro, you should ID'd. And then my opponent was cool. He's like, bro, I don't care. He's like, I'm just in day 2. So yeah, super cool. Oh my God, day 2. And now again, we're 6-2-1, so I gotta win a lot of games tomorrow. And that's just sick. We can make 2 back-to-back day 2s, man. That's so cool. We're getting points for sure. So let's just try to win more than I think I only won 2 games in Peoria day 2, so let's try to win 3 games at least. Try to get some prizing in top 64. Our deck's broken. That's what happens when I play the correct stadium. I've been denying Pokestop for so long, and then I play it, I'm like, man, this is fun. This is fun. Definitely makes the long flight worth it. And I just did not want to come. I wanted to cancel. My hotel was non-refundable. It's the only reason I'm here. It just feels good. Feels so good. But yeah, Pot of Greed, draw 3 additional cards is in day 2, I guess. I would like to be the only Rotom V in the room. I think there's a Dialga player who can stay far away from me. I don't want to play against him. It's like, please. Who might be playing a Rotom? I don't know. Obviously, I ended day 1 with 6-2-1. All 6 of my wins were 2-0s. I have never had a regional like even close to that. And that stat alone is like mind-boggling. And my 2 losses were 1-2s. I'm like 14-4 in games, which is absolutely nuts. Like, there's something to be said about just like drawing well. And like the Rotom just always lets you have a good start. If you have a Frigibacks, you have a Rotom out, like it just smooths out all of those starts that you normally can't get with the deck. But yeah, let's get some rest for day 2 and let's see what we can do. All right, rise and shine. It is about 7:30 in the morning. We're ready to go to the convention center for day 2 of competition. Again, we're 6-2-1 going into day 2. Obviously, top 8 is the goal here, but I'm really just trying to beat the top 256s I've had the last 2 regionals. I think it would be awesome to just, you know, set the bar 1 tick higher for the next time to say, all right, well, now I need to beat 128 or 64 or 32 or whatever I get. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go get my coffee now to get all ready for the day. So for round 10, my opponent actually like wasn't there when the round started, and I was like, no way I'm gonna get a no-show. So he showed up before the 5 minutes before the game lost, and I didn't know this, but apparently my opponent would have had to win 2 games. So if we would have tied or he only was 1-0 against me, the game would have been mine. Like, I would have gotten the match win. So that's interesting. So he was playing Intel Urshi. Game 1, he starts, Alakazam goes second, and he draw pass. So got the Rotom, draw 3 cards. Just had, rare candy backs, kill the lone Alakazam. So quick game 1. And then our game 2 was really weird. So I had the perfect starting hand. I had rare candy backs, etc. He plays an Iono, and I don't really have anything. So I'm like, hopefully I can Shiver Chill Conceal cards into an Irida or a Lumineon or something. And I whiffed. So turn 2, I end up going instant charge. But he's not attacking. I'm whiffing Baxcalibur. He's not attacking. The following turn, I go Shiver Chill Conceal cards to my deck. Pokestop. I'm Pokestopping every turn too. Cannot find a Baxcalibur or an Irida or anything. One of my stops that I do during these turns actually hits a Baxcalibur, and I don't really think much of it. I have 2 more in the deck. I have an Irida in my hand, and I say, all right, well, I'm gonna Irida for rare candy backs, and after 4 turns of doing nothing, so I go Shiver Chill just to make sure, and there was no backs in the deck. That means that 2 were prized. So only 1 back's available. I couldn't find, so I was like, all right, I need a Pokestop and try to hit a Rod so I can Rod it back in. So I go Irida for Rod. I don't play it because I'm I want to Pokestop next turn. And he already played 2 Ionos at that point. He did play Paddle Pad, shuffle him back in, but there's no inherent draw support in the deck, so unless he top decked it, he wouldn't have had it next turn. So I say, I'll just hold Super Rod. He attacks me. He puts my Chien-Pao at he goes Strafe and then 100 Fierce Blows, putting it at 180. And so eventually I SCR, conceal cards into Irida. I go Rod backs and I Irida for SCR backs. I get rare candy backs, and he doesn't really have many Inteleons out or anything. So my Manaphy was safe. If he would have gotten if he had a good enough of a board to wipe both my Baxes, that would have been it. My first knockout actually was I manually attached for 4 turns and killed the Medicham, and then after everything I just mentioned, I got Cross Switcher on the Intel to prevent him from getting that Yoga Loop on the Manaphy, which was crucial. So he ended up going for Yoga Loop on the Chien-Pao, and I figured, and I'm like, okay, so I pretty much have game unless he draws an Iono from the top deck. I had too much in my hand just to lose. He does this cool play where actually he bosses my backs. He Alakazam's 10 on it and then retreats into Urshi and Gale Thrusts it because he sees me not having any backs. But fortunately for me, the 3 prizes I drew off of the Intel, I cross-richard, 2 of them were backs. Yeah, I had another backs. Of course, I had a bunch of rare candy backs. I think I needed a couple SCRs. The 3rd prize was Forest Seal Stone. Of course, that was prize 2, so I Forest Seal Stone for the other SCR, and yeah, I just blew up the VMAX. Took an 8 prize game, which was kind of insane. Killed 2 VMAXs in the V after instant charging 3 times. What a crazy start to the day. So round 11, I hit Tina. Game 1, I didn't play the Pokestop down. I had one in my opening hand. I didn't play it down because I don't think I had an Irida or another out. But I suppose I should have just been greedy and gone for it. Just would have felt real bad if I didn't hit it. Off of the Path Roxanne, it was funny. The 2 cards were Pokestop and SCR. If I bump the Path for Pokestop and I hit 1 item, then I'm fine because top deck for turn I can SCR. But if I bump the Pokestop, play the card from my hand, and don't hit 1 item off of it, then I am unable to attack. I think he cross-switched up backs, right? So he cross-switched up backs, started Sableyeing. I just Superior Energy Retrieval away the Pokestop, kept Path in play. I think I put an energy on a Chien-Pao or something. So yeah, game 1, it was a little longer. And then game 2, I think I ended up opening with 2 cross switchers. I stopped and he Path turn 1. I immediately bumped it. I think he just Roxanne without the Path. I think I hit 3 items off of Pokestop, one of them being a Superior Energy Retrieval. Yeah, it was I was just oh, okay, cool. I just win the game. Oh, the first game also, I forgot to mention, Escape Rope actually won me the game. I had 3 energy on the Baxcalibur. He promoted Tina active and then passed, because he was going for Tina and then he whiffed a gate or something and then he passed. So I looked at my hand, it was Escape Rope something. I was this doesn't win me. I need to kill the thing. I draw a card, I look at my hand, it was a Water Energy. I was wait, no, I can't win the game. I need to go for Pokestop. I just stared at the Escape Rope and I'm I literally stare at his bench and I'm wait, this is good. Only 1 prize left. So I was just escape rope, energy, retreat. So 8-2-1 going into round 12. We have 4 more rounds left, and I'm just having a great time using instant charge. I guess let's get ready for the next round. All right, round number 12, we hit Path Mew. I swear she was the only one playing Mew out of the entire bracket I was in, and there weren't that many of them in day 2 also. I can't complain because my first 2 rounds went so well. Game 1, I didn't get out Greninja, I didn't get out Rotom, nothing. I was like Shivery Tail, bench, 2 Frigibacks, attach, pass, and then she went Judge, Path, Fang Snipe. Yeah, I got 2-0'd. So we are 8-3-1. But yeah, we're just trying to get that one more win. Just try to do better than we did at Peoria. Set the bar 1 stage higher. We got 3 more rounds to do it. So we have a lot of chances. And again, 8-3-1, pretty good record. I don't want to hit that deck again. Don't give me Judge Path, please. And I'm fine. All right, so round number 14, I hit Alex Szymanski. Yeah, he's on Sablezard. Game 1, I won. I just drew hot. I cross-switched his Tomb. He started Spiritomb. He plays Spiritomb 2 out of 3 games, and of course he knows I'm on Rotom. So game 1, I got there, and then game 2, game 2 and 3 just kind of slipped. Game 2 was just an unfortunate opening. Just couldn't quite get there. I think I cross-switched Tomb again. I think that was my misplay. That was the only way I could Shivery Chill conceal cards, and I couldn't Rotom, so that was my only way to draw cards. So a little bit unfortunate there. Spiritomb definitely does something against me, not as good as Path, obviously, but yeah. And then game 3, I had the most, it was literally unplayable. It was Frigibacks, SCR, Energy, Super Rod, Cross Switcher, but just an absolutely garbage start. So I guess we're out of top 8 and probably out of top 16. It's brutal out here. But we do the best we can, learn from our misplays, and at the end of the day, just get some good practice day 2. So super happy. Let's just try to do the best that we can, and of course having a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna go grab lunch. I think time was called. So we're gonna eat as many chicken tenders as we can before the next round. All right, so round number, I believe, 14. I hit another Intel Urshi, which is honestly kind of crazy. So I won one of the games, I lost one of the games. The game that I lost, I had nothing. I just drew past, bricked, just absolutely did nothing. I scooped immediately, and then game 2, it was really, really close. I got it. Game 3 was also really, well, it was a good game for me. He was the one who bricked. Started Remoraid, attached, passed with the active. Had Iono every single game, so Rotom ended up never sticking, but nevertheless, forcing him to Iono early on actually really helps. Because that means he doesn't have one later in the game. So if you use your Iono early on, you actually don't get to use it at the end of the game, or at least have one less chance to use it at the end of the game. I think I played really well. There was this one line, oh, he pulled off the crazy nuts play on game 2, man. I thought I was gonna get 2-0'd. He had a 2-card hand, and one of the cards was Rapid Strike Energy. His discard had Alakazam and Medicham, and so the only way for him to do anything was either Clara, or I thought he was gonna boss. I was preparing for the boss. His only card in his hand, other than the one he picked up with Intel, which was the Rapid Strike, was a Clara. And so what he did during his turn, he went Clara for the 2 energies, brought back Alakazam, I think searched his deck for Urshifu. He went double gunner, moved it on the Manaphy because I rebenched Manaphy that turn. He did the explosive 4-prize turn, killing both my backs and my Chien-Pao, taking 4 prizes. We are 9-4-1, headed into round number 15. Already doing better than we did at Peoria. So super, super, super happy about that. And if we win a game, I think we get prizes. And double-digit record looks way better than not double-digit record. So let's try to get a round 10 win and get that double-digit record. Wow, that was a crazy game. Round number 15, the last round. I played against Guardy, again, feel really good about that matchup. Game 1, I got the cross-switcher Cologne, and she's like, just go to the next game. And then game 2, I just had nothing, and I scooped it up. Game 3 was super, super close, and I actually won on turn 3 of time. It was ridiculous. I wasn't even sure I would get there. I did all my sequencing right, but just kind of fell short. I couldn't quite find exactly what I needed. I was always one card short from the Crush Witcher Canceling Cologne. I had like Crush Witcher Canceling Cologne in my starting hand. I just went Iono, and then I couldn't find the other one. So it was kind of tough, and by the end of the game though, I actually milled everything that wasn't items out of my deck, and I had an interesting sequencing exercise. So I got out the other Chien-Pao, and I had a Pokestop in play. My whole deck except for the Irida was items, so I went Pokestop and then try to conceal cards in the Irida if I get an SCR maybe. She had Guardian the Active, and I had 2 prizes, and I think it was during time. And I Pokestop to try to get cards and milled the Irida, but I knew the rest of my deck was item cards. So when she went Iono and into 1, it was the SCR. She killed the Active, and then on my turn 3 of time, promoted Chien-Pao. My top deck, and I intentionally the turn before did not conceal cards. I top decked the second SCR, which I guess there was a small chance that because I needed both of them, or I needed one of them, and I think there was technically a possibility that I hit neither of them, but the Iono puts it to the bottom, right? So I didn't have either SCR. Put them to the bottom of the deck. Iono, I had the 2 SCRs. I Pokestop to draw 3 cards so I could do the SCR. Yeah, man, it looked like I was like styling. I wasn't trying to style. I'm just actually dumb. Okay, my bad. Because I only needed 5 energies to kill the Guardian. In my head, I had 6. So, okay, yeah, I did not mean to do that. Apologies. We got there though. 10-4-1 is the final record. Hopefully that should be enough for third. I get squeaked into top 32, but we're top 64 for sure, which is awesome. I think we get packs. I think we get points. I think top 64 is like 50 points, no? Yeah, that's totally 50. So if we squeak in the top 32 and get those 10 more points, but other than that, 50 points, it's a League Cup win. That puts me around 250 championship points, and oh my God, that was a blast. Great games all my opponents. Like, shout out to all of you. It's definitely really, really good games. And again, I learned a lot. I guess that's a wrap for the actual tournament. We'll have to see where I stand. All right, so just picked up my prizes. Got this nice stack of, I guess, half a box. We got top 64, 32 match points. I actually didn't all the way make 32. One of them actually got 33rd. So that was insane. So I actually had 0 chance to get top 32. So and I ended up 42nd place. I was at like the bottom of my resistance bracket, but oh my God, this has been a blast. I enjoyed using instant charge. It's just so much fun. Grand Chien though, getting top 16, man. I guess I'll have to try his list some more. When I tried Rotom first, I didn't like it. And when I tried Grand Chien's list a few times, I didn't like it. So maybe I just got to play more games with it. I don't know. But we got Rotom V some championship points, which is something I never thought that I would be saying. This has been a blast. I am honestly hooked to this game. It's just so much fun. So we got 50 championship points, which puts us at 241 for the season, and it's only October, which is honestly awesome. I just need to stay consistent, and we need to start cooking with some Paradox Rift cards. I'm gonna go watch top 8 though. I think there's a Gyarados VMAX in top 8. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, I guess so finals happened. I stayed for top 8, top 4 finals. It was super exhilarating. I completely forgot. Like, I get so in the moment. I don't know. The last thing that I think of is like, let me pull out a camera to record this. So I guess I apologize for not taking you all on the ride. You probably heard me mention in the vlog I played against Colorless Lugia, who said it was their first regionals, and they're not IDing until they hit top 8. It's like my opponent's first regional, so I'm happy he can at least win. He says he's not IDing, so I hope that he wins the rest of his rounds. That was the guy who won. That was Alexander. Actually insane player. Big congrats to him, like he deserves it. Just really interesting to see like 2 completely new players in the finals. I'm super stoked to see my progress as a player. I started the season off with a 6-3. Now I made day 2, my second regionals, with the top 256 again, but close to 128. And then I got the top 64 here. So hopefully we continue onwards and upwards. The only thing that we can do is just continue to try to get better and better at the game. And I'm so fortunate I'm able to like make these day 2s. I'm also like, yeah, just getting these super good practice games. I mean, more you play, the more you practice, the better you get, and the more better you get, the more you play. It was an insane weekend, and I'm super excited to get to do the whole thing over again in 2 weeks. I'm super, super fortunate. Again, I'm able to play and do all these events. But yeah, that has been Sacramento Regionals. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time in Toronto.